from an infrastructure standpoint, we do feel that, with this regulatory clarity, which I'm sure we're going to mention many times, that we all hope is coming in the United States, and the tide that has changed in the US, there's going to be this, I think, kind of a game on, or start of the race about how do we bring some of the parts of the marketplace that have previously been offshore. How do we bring that activity onshore? And that I think is going to play out first and foremost, of course, in the US, but then also in Europe with MiCA. So I think that's something to watch. How is the US going to look at DeFi, and to what extent can this be brought onshore? We see major stablecoin players such as Ripple entering the race, which prominent stablecoins being issued. So how can we see that activity that's now primarily offshore? How can this be brought onshore as an example? And then more like thematically, when we look at different tokens or different narratives that we've all followed in 24, think stablecoins will continue to do well. We're probably going to see the capital kind of move out on the risk curve, which would mean that memes will continue to do well. AI will probably continue to do well. There's going to be, at least in my view, is going to be a big it's going to be a big race and a big boom, and then also probably a decent bust that follows. So that's probably something. And there are a couple of other things that we're focused on, again, connected to DeFi. We've all seen success of the Hyperliquid very recently. So what happens with some of the high-performance blockchains that are coming in 2024? It very much has been the case that high-performance blockchains have, I would say, let's say the blockchains that have sacrificed decentralization for performance have relatively outperformed in 24. And we do expect that to continue, at least to a decent extent. And more on a personal level, I would like to see a DePIN do well as well. So, there's I think these are some of the DePIN projects out there really are real world adoption of crypto. Like, these are perfect use cases for crypto. So we'd also like to see that do well. So that's a lot, I'm sure. So probably handing the baton over to my colleagues here.